Good afternoon. Happy Friday from beautiful Waikiki. How are you guys doing this afternoon? It is about 3:20 Hawaii time. We were just going to do a random walk. We just finished a long hike, so we thought we would just give you guys a quick walk around Waikiki if you're in the mood. We can go anywhere you guys would like to go. We're actually, as you obviously just saw, we're at the International Marketplace on Kuhio. We can go over to Kalakaua, go down the beach, go all the way down that way towards the zoo, or we can go all the way that way to Hilton Hawaiian Village. We have business in both directions, so you guys vote and choose. Hello, Peggy, Lizzie, Tanya, Nancy. Nancy from Utica, New York. I've been to Utica. Where else are you guys watching from? And just vote in the comments there which way you'd like to go or anything you'd like to see. We're actually dead center in just about anywhere you'd like to go. Kalakaua, okay. Hello, Bill from Idaho. This is the lay low. I'll just talk to you about some places as we're going along here. This is the lay low hotel right here on Kuhio. It's actually a really nice small hotel. It's dead center in Waikiki. It has a really good rooftop bar called the Hideout. They have some really good talent there music-wise. 5 days, I think 6 days a week now. Nancy, you asking really if I've been to Utica, New York? Yeah, I've been all over New York. All over New York, all over upstate New York City, all the boroughs. Yeah. Hang on one second. We're going to do one little adjustment here. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back in business. Hello, Gerard. What would you guys like to do? We're actually, this is actually a place we've been to a number of times. But for those of you who don't know, this is Duke's Lane. It's actually a hybrid of ABC stores. When ABC found out, actually it was a little bit before that, but when ABC store found out that Foodland, the old Foodland, was putting in the Waikiki Market, which is, as if you're a consistent viewer, you know that it's right down there about 2 lights, and Waikiki Market is a very big favorite of ours, very, very popular. So this is this Duke's Lane is a preemptive strike, so to speak, to the competitive marketplace of a more full-service marketplace. So they have, full-service bakery. I don't think they actually bake inside of here. You see the baked goods right there. They don't actually bake here, but they do have a service kitchen, which I'll show you in just one second. If you look right in there, you'll see their service kitchen, and they do plate lunches. The difference between this place at Duke's Lane and the Waikiki Market is that the Waikiki Market, they have like 4 different hot stations where they make pizza, malasadas, plate lunch. They do a fantastic job. That's hands down our favorite market in all of Waikiki. They just do a fantastic job. Here in Duke's Lane, they do have a bar, full service bar, the Basalt Bar, and they also have serve food there through the bar. But it's they're both worthy of your time to go in and check out. I'm just filling time until you guys give me a direction on where you'd like to go. The Seafood Hall on Seaside. Seafood Hall on Seaside, Rosa. Oh, are you talking about Sticks Asian restaurant? Asian food court. Gerard, I have some experience with that, but I'm going to let other people comment on that regarding Hawaiian Airlines. Oh, Marcia, you've been here at this particular marketplace. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ah, hello from Japan. This is the Reserve Starbucks. This is actually one of our favorite coffee spots, just because they're open up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is the earliest coffee availability in Waikiki. For some silly reason, the rest of the coffee spots open up at 7, and a couple even open up at 8. What is up with that? This is actually Seaside in Kohio that we're on right now. This is the Hyatt Centric. Since you guys are not, which is fine, if you're not interested in seeing anything specific, we'll just do a walk around. I'll tell you, just give you some bearings and tell you where we are. Unless there's something really specific you guys as a group want to go see. That's a Hyatt Centric. Obviously, it's not the Hyatt Waikiki Beach Resort. It's their smaller, more quote economy class, but their room rates are still around $295 to $400. I don't know if you want to call that economy class, but that's what they rate it as. And this is the Shoreline Hotel right here. It's an independent branded hotel. Smaller hotel, but still very nice. This Heavenly on the right-hand side right there, I don't know if you can see that. That's a fantastic little cafe, coffee shop. Just to go in and have a drink and some light fare. Right here is actually this location right here. This is the pickup for Polynesian Cultural Center and a lot of the luau's. I believe Paradise Cove picks up here, and Polynesian Cultural Center, they have bus pickups right here. Let me walk past this loud bus. Right back there is one of the most popular stores you'll see here in Waikiki, Ross. Right there. So many people, which I think is really smart, and we actually learned that years and years ago. If they get kind of caught up in what kind of clothes to wear, or if they're packing too much, there will be people who pack very, very light, and then they'll just come to Ross stores, and they will load up there with local Hawaiian or Aloha gear. It's cheap. It's local. Well, I mean, it's not local made, but it's local sourced. You're buying actually in Hawaii. I guess that makes a difference. And you'll find people that will come in here and they'll buy suitcases full of clothes and ship them back or take them back home. I think this may be the seafood court you were talking about on Seaside. This is the only one I know of. We went in there the other day. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to go in there today, but that is a fantastic destination. If you like any type of Asian food, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, they have just a fantastic collection of restaurants. We've eaten at a lot of them. We were actually invited to do a couple of tastings there. They did a fantastic job. There's a nice bar inside there. And surprisingly, it's not as busy as you would think it should be, knowing the quality of the food. I would put it up there with Marugame udon. The sushi in there at the two places we ate at were just really, really good. Hello, Joel from Nebraska. And Marcia and Andrew and Viola. Thanks, guys, for joining on a Friday afternoon. We're just doing a lazy kind of walk around after we did a hike around Diamond Head Base just this afternoon. We just ended it up about 20 minutes ago. So there's the Royal Hawaiian Entertainment Center at about 5:30, 5:45 today, they'll have their daily entertainment. I'm not sure who's going to be there today, but you can be sure it's going to be high quality. It's very good. I mean, they call it luau quality entertainment, which for sure it is. And then over there, they're going to have, this is Aloha Week. They're having an event over there. I think it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're in town, that'd be a great place to maybe spend a couple hours seeing some good entertainment. Yeah, we're just walking towards in the direction of Hilton Hawaiian Village is that way straight in front of us. Sheraton Waikiki is right back here through that building right straight through there. Royal Hawaiian is straight right over there. Moana Surfrider is right down the road, and Waikiki Beach is right down that street about 3/4 of a mile. Actually, it's right on the other side of the building, but the main proper area is about 3/4 of a mile down the street. So you guys aren't giving me any direction specifically where you want to go, which is fine. We'll just keep going this direction and pointing out some things unless you let me know of something specific you would like to see. Right down there at this next intersection, not this first intersection, but the next intersection, which is Lures, that's where the Waikiki Beach, or I'm sorry, the Waikiki Beach Walk is. The Embassy Suites, the Wyndham and the Imperial Hotel are down there, as well as Waikiki Shore and Beachcomber and Halekulani, just to give you just a frame of reference. The parade, I'm not sure. It depends on what time it is. Tomorrow, we were going to go to Chinatown, go downtown, but we may do the parade. Not sure yet. And that's Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. This is the second of 3 buildings if you're not familiar with it. Hello, Joe and Rosa, Debbie and Kathy. Right through here, let me show you this too. I don't know if you how familiar or how often you guys have traveled here to Waikiki proper or Oahu, but there's been a few new restaurants open up. Some of the older restaurants that you knew have closed down. It's actually raining. Just started raining right now. It just started raining lightly. I mean, the sun's out brightly, so it's not going to last very long. Let's look over that way. But the weather's been nice. It's going to start being in the rainy season here, probably another 3 or 4 weeks. Then it's going to be whale season, which is going to be fantastic. And then we're going to be spending more time over on the North Shore because the waves will be a little bigger as we go into November, December. It'll be a lot more interesting to see. Never been to Hawaii. You have to change that. Let's go this way. Hello, Debbie from El Paso, Texas. This is the new DFS store here. It's a duty-free store. It is massive inside there. We did a live stream from there a few weeks ago. Actually, more like a month and a half ago. Just a massive, massive store. Anything beauty related, cosmetics, perfumes, anything like that, that's the place to go here in Waikiki, that's for sure. And apparently, I'm not familiar with the pricing, but apparently their prices are very, very competitive. Hello, Andrea from Australia, and Lisa. So let's go this way. Let's walk down and do Waikiki Beach Walk. It just seems like we did that last time or a couple weeks ago. But some of you may be new and it may be interesting for you to see. Just And we can walk along the beach and go towards Hilton Hawaiian Village if that's something you guys would like to do. How is the audio? Is the audio at a good level? Not too loud, not too soft? Let me know, because I did not do an audio check, which I should have done, but I did not. Truth be told, this is Waikiki Beach Walk. If you're a veteran Hawaii visitor, you've been here probably a number of times, you're aware of what it is. But if not, this is the that's one of Hilton Hawaiian Village's vacation ownership hotels right there. I don't want to say it's new, but it's not, you know, it's not old, you know. They built this beach walk after they acquired the land. The city just developed it, and they put restaurants and shops are mostly on this side. And as you get deeper into the walkway there, the beach walk, it's you get to the restaurants. There's more restaurants along this line here. The Wyndham is up here on the right-hand side. I'm sorry, the left-hand side. The Embassy is down there on the right, and the Imperial Hotel is further down at the very end of the street. We'll walk down there if you guys still want to go. Loud and clear, thank you. Was here last month, very good. You know, sadly, you know, second floor stores just do not do well. I don't know. We've had quite a bit of involvement with retail shopping, and I just don't understand why people accept it. Even if the rent is half as much or free, I would not do a second story store. Your traffic is half at least. Revenue is down at least half, if not more. And you can kind of see that up above there. Sadly, many of those stores are closed down or it's vacant, which is sad. But down there towards the end, they have you know, Yard House and Ruth's Chris, and Roy's is right down just a little bit further. Here on the right hand or left hand side here, there's several really good restaurants. One, which is right back there, the Italian restaurant, which is fantastic. Right here on the left is Wyndham, the Wyndham Vacation Ownership location. Sorry for the sun flare on the lens. There's actually nothing I can do about it. It's just, it is what it is. Oh, you're staying at the Hyatt? That's a beautiful hotel. Nice, great location. They reopened up their, here's one of the great restaurants right here. This Giovanni Pastrami. They have a couple of fantastic appetizers there that should not be missed if you try them, or if you try that place. One is bacon wrapped mushrooms. Yep, bacon wrapped mushrooms, and it is as good and bad for you as it sounds. Yeah, you know what Hyatt just did? They just reopened. I was saying it a minute ago. They just reopened their buffet. And they redid a couple of the stations there. I guess it's now pretty expansive. So, you know, if you're a buffet fan, then that's a place to go. That's actually one of the few places in Waikiki proper that has a buffet. There's other buffets in town, more seafood, more local oriented buffets. But for Waikiki proper, that's I think that's the only one that I can think of really at Hyatt. Hyatt just gets a bad knock for, I mean, it has a great views, the two towers. I mean, you're right on the beach, or right across the street from the beach anyway, and you're close to everything. All those hotels, you know, I think people get caught up so much, and we've talked about it on the streams a number of times, they get caught up about the location of the hotel. Within 3 blocks of Waikiki Beach proper, you're as close as you want to get, and then it's just a matter of what amenities you want to pay for. Let me point this out again. We always point this out, but this ABC store is amazing. It's we call it, they don't call it that, but we call it a ABC Superstore. But if you look all the way back there in the back, they have a full kitchen, full deli, and it is fantastic. It's not just a a passive, oh, by the way, type deli. It's proper. They have poke, they have steak sandwiches, breakfast, and we've had just about everything from there. It's either myself or some of the other admins have had some of the things from there. It's all very good. But they also have, if you look way back there in the back, they have a lot of merchandise that you don't see at a bunch of other ABC stores. And these super ABC stores, there's actually three of them, three or four of them, depending on which one. You know, the Country Market is also an ABC store, but it doesn't go by ABC, and it is a super store. It's got, you know, fountain drinks and expanded liquor section, so on and so forth. This, if you guys want, do you want to walk in there? I'll wait. The only challenge of walking in there, sometimes it cuts out, the reception does, but if you want to, we can walk back there in the back. I can show you what that deli counter looks like. It's definitely worth going to. If you're going to be here for more than 4 or 5 days and you're going to be cooking or eating in your room, this location, the other ABC store, Superstore, and Waikiki Market, those are the best tips I can give you. Yeah, you want to go? All right. That's the hardest working security man in all of Hawaii. I love that guy. Okay, we'll slow down on the way back out, but check this out. I mean, this has, if you're looking for souvenirs and you're not going to go to some of the other places like Aloha Stadium or what have you, look at the merchandise they have here. I mean, it's the same kind of merchandise, but they just have a lot more of it. You know, a lot more medicines up there. You know, it depends on what you're needing or looking for right here. You know, their prices are, you know, really good too. You know, we'll just do a cursory review here. I myself am not really a fan of a lot of the stuff that's here. Of course, a lot of it's meant for visitors and tourists, but the people we bring here, they absolutely fall in love with this place. You know, here's the other things too. You know, a lot of people, they'll buy their reef shoes and snorkel gear at home and they'll bring it with them. They really should do it. They should buy it here and they just donate it when they're done. Save a lot of time. Actually, probably save some money because it's going to be cheaper here than it would be on the mainland or wherever you may be coming from. And there's just some more. Whole nother section. They have boogie boards here, snorkel gear, fins, a lot more than what you would find at a regular ABC store. And then this is the coup d'etat right here. Check it out. Look at the food they have here. And the food quality is really, really good. You know, they have poke, pre-made sushi, pre-made sandwiches. You know, they have flatbread, fresh flatbread pizzas that they make, and they'll fire it up for you right there behind the grill. Here's my favorite section right over here. No, not the alcohol. This section here. And look at the quality of the fruit they have there. Maui pineapple beer. I don't know, but they have about every kind of beer that you can think of that I've seen here. Do you see it there? Sure. Send me your address. So we'll send you some macadamia nuts. So anyway, you can see, I know we're just looking at merchandise on a silly store shelf, but I just wanted you to see just how you know, how expansive, you know, their selection was. You know, I think it just helps you in your planning. If you're gonna, again, if you're gonna stay here for 3 or 4 days, then you probably won't want to come into these stores. You'll want to be eating at the restaurants and, you know, spend your time eating at the places where you wanted to stay at. But if you're going to be here 5 or longer, 5 days or longer, and you're going to be eating in your room, these stores are game changers. Good quality food. You know, they're very cognizant of the fact that you know, they live and die off of word of mouth, so they're going to give you the best quality food you can. Keep Waikiki Market on your list of places to go see for sure, because that we could not speak high enough about the quality of that place. This is the Roy's right here, just to give you an example or give you a bearings. There's Roy's, if you're familiar with it. We're on Lures and Kalakaua straight back that way. This is the Imperial Resort right here on the corner. Right back behind me is Kalani. And if you've not been to the Halekulani, perhaps you may not be able to afford a stay in their hotel rooms, but what you can which is almost affordable, is their luau and sunset, not luau, but their sunset drinks and hula show at the House Without a Key. I'm telling you, that is an experience. Beautiful, beautiful location. The sunset's right back over the right-hand side of the hotel over here. It's just spectacular. And they have hula dancing and really, really good musicians. I mean, some of the best in Oahu, some of the best in Hawaii. We were there just the other night, and they had the former Miss Hawaii. She was one of the hula dancers, very, very talented lady, and just fantastic. The food and the drinks are right up there with any place I have ever been to, and I've eaten at the best Denny's in the world. So, just to give you an example, but seriously, that's the food quality and the drinks are just fantastic at Halekulani. Give it a look. You know, again, you could go in there and have a Mai Tai. You know, you don't have to pay the $1,200 a night for the rooms, but you can walk in there and have a wonderful experience at the bar there. Yeah, that's the embassy right there. That's their rooftop pool right up there. And right through here, the walkway is the walkway to the pathway to the bridge. It's not a bridge, it's a bridgeway where you can go from the outrigger to the beach wall over there on the left-hand side. And right back in here on the left-hand side, we've actually gone in there a few times, is the Monkey Pod. That is a really, really good restaurant. They've opened up about 4 weeks, probably 6 weeks ago or so. It's at the outrigger. If you want to, we can go back there and just look at the outrigger. Actually, let's go do that, because we're going to walk that distance anyway. Let's go back there and look at it, and I'll show it to you. And it's going to take us to where it is I want to take you anyway. No problem, Joe. This Monkey Pod, I've never really figured out why they did this or how they did it, but I'm glad they did. But here's this bar, Outrigger, has long been very, very popular. And they have live music over there on the left-hand side, on that stage over there to the left, every day at 5 to 9, I believe it is, 5 to 9. And it's very good, very good Hawaiian music. But they're in direct competition with this monkey pod. So they either charge monkey pod a lot, which I'm sure they did for this location when you see it, but they just rented space to a competitor. But we as visitors win, so that's what's most important, right? Oh, the Andrew, you're talking about Duke's Lane, the all the kiosks at Duke's Lane. Is that what you're talking about? Let me know. But yeah, we could certainly do that. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's by the Bamboo Hotel. Yeah. We could do that. It's kind of a, yeah. We could definitely do that. Yeah, we could do that. We'll go down there on one of our walks to either Diamond Head or the zoo. But here it is. Here's the monkey pod. You can see they have a really expansive bar back there. They have live music going on. Fantastic view. I mean, it's really unobstructed when you get back there. But we'll go back and look. We'll see a better view of it. Um, a better view of that same area in just a second. Right here. And there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of seating. So while it's a really beautiful spot, beautiful views, you're not going to be wanting for a place to sit. I mean, the bar sits a lot of people, and they sit probably 300 or 400 people in that whole restaurant. But check this out. Isn't this a beautiful view right through here? And there's what the back part of Monkey Pod looks like. But they are looking out here onto all the cruise ships, which there aren't many of right now. There's a big tanker right over there. Some of the catamarans are out there. Do you guys want to go over and see if there's a sea turtle or two hanging around for a late lunch? Let's go check it out, see if they're snacking. The last several times we came over here, we actually shot some video of it that we're going to put on the page or group, or they actually may have already done it. But there was a big old fat female and two more, a little bit smaller adolescent turtles. We'll go look at them here in just a second. There's the Steak Shack. We'll talk about that on our way back out. If you guys are familiar with Steak Shack, let me know in the comments. Usually between 4 and 5 o'clock or so, around that time, you'll get rays, stingrays up here on the left-hand side and left-hand and right-hand side, but you'll also get some sea turtles out here. Let's see if they're out here enjoying some lunch. And you would think, yeah, there's a big one right there. Wow. Check it out. Did you just see it right there? There's two of them right here. Yeah, that's the fat mother that was here just the other day. Check her out. Let me know if you guys can see her. She's straight out there about 20 feet, and then there's one right here to the right. I'm going to try and hold it as still as I can. She may come up in about, there she is right there. See her? Over there kind of to the left. Usually you can see really well with the water's really cloudy, which I'm really surprised they're out here. They're not really into the cloudy water, especially on this side of the reef or this side of the wall. So I'll hold it right here. They'll come up here in about a minute or so. And there's one right over there. I don't want to run down there and look at that one. These other two are going to come up here. They're bigger. It's surprising how agile they are in the water, as big as they are and as strong as these waves are, but they're able to stay real neutral in the water for as strong as the waves are and as big as they are. There it is. You see it? It just got wiped out by that that wave. Did you see it? Is right here in the very front, about 5 feet from us. You can usually see them coming up before they come up because their booty comes up in the water a little bit higher than, and then their whole body comes up. That's usually the telltale sign they're coming up. Yeah, there's another one right there. I don't want to keep switching around from left to right to try and chase them because they'll come into the screen here in a minute. Let me know if you guys are getting bored watching the water, but they'll come up here in just a minute. Yeah, I can see her. She's under the water there. Here it is right here. See it? Let me know if you guys are able to see. There's some really good algae like right in here, so that's why they keep their face really pinned to that rock, and how they can do that with all the current. She'll come up here in just a second. Actually, I don't know what sex this one is, but or what gender this one is, but the other big fat one that came up a minute ago, that was the big mom of these two adolescents. This one's actually just chilling. Are you guys able to see that? Actually, I can't see the screen very well because the glare is right on it, but hopefully you're picking it up. When they come up, when they're this close, I'll be quiet and you can hear them gasp, and they'll actually sucking in the air. Sometimes you could hear it. It's actually louder than what, for me, it was louder than I thought it would be. So here it comes. We'll see. Yeah, that big fat female is over there about 10 feet away, about 10 yards away, I should say. We'll take a look at this one because it's closer up for us. The one the other day stayed up on the surface actually quite a long time. It came up, and I think it was actually skimming for algae that was on top of the water. Yeah, that mother's right over there. I was trying to catch it. Sorry about that. Yeah, that bigger one is coming over in this direction towards the smaller one. Oh, there's three of them. There's two right there. Did you see both of them coming up? Well, let me know if you guys are getting bored staring at the water. I just thought maybe you'd like to see some of these turtles as they're chilling out a little bit here. There will be some stingrays in the mornings. We'll do a morning. Actually, we saw 3 stingrays the other day at Surfer's Wall when we did the sunrise live stream. Maybe some of you saw that, but those stingrays are really, they're beautiful in the wild. Just so you know, if you guys ever want to come out and see these turtles, they're usually here between 3. I mean, obviously they're on their own schedule, but typically between 3 and 5 in the afternoon, and then they'll come back again. They'll be here early in the mornings, like right around sunrise, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. It seems like they don't, and I don't know this for sure, so don't hold me to it, but it seems like they don't like it when the sun is directly north and south, north, you know, directly above. I don't know why that is, because it's still, you know, 4 o'clock now and the sun seems really high, but they seem to be not bothered by it. So that just may be a myth that I'm perpetuating now. There are 2 other turtles out there. They're about 20 feet away, so I don't know if you want to look at those, but we'll catch this one getting a breath here in just a second, one more time, and then we'll take off. Yeah, the water temperature is perfect. I mean, it's not cold, not hot. It's just perfect. We'll try and I'll just do a pan over here, and we'll see if we could see that other big fat one. I mean, it's a big one. Actually, the other day there was I don't know if it was a male or a female, but it was the biggest turtle I'd ever seen. It was the size of a coffee table. I mean, it was markedly bigger, like that one right there. Gee, many Christmas, look at that one. But the yeah, that's the mother I was talking about right there. She's going to come right up here next to this other small one. Actually, that's the same one. That big one just dove down and went the other direction. Wow. But the one we saw that was just massive was on the other side of the wall over here, and it's hung around for about an hour and just having some lunch, and it was huge. See this one here? This one's about maybe 2 foot across, 2 foot from tip to tip, from nose to snout. Actually, a little bit more than that, maybe 2.5 feet. The one that I'm talking about was more almost like a full foot or so longer. This is actually a different one. It's the same size, but it's a different one than the one we were looking at a minute ago. So we'll just have it come up, let you guys take a look at it, and then we'll take off. We don't have to stay here all day. I just thought you'd like to see it. Yeah, there's that big one right over there. Yeah. They look in great shape. I mean, their fins are completely intact. Doesn't look like there's any bites out of them. No breakage on their shell, it doesn't look like. Their shell's, you know, pretty smooth. There's not a lot of, actually almost no, I know the crustaceans, I can't think of the name of them. Sorry about that. But it doesn't seem like there's much of that on their shell, which is a good sign. All right, so I apologize. There's that big one right there, just came up. If you've been asking questions, I apologize because I can't see this screen. It's the sun's shining right on it. So if you've been asking questions, I've ignored it. I apologize. Yeah, there's a lot of turtles, but we saw when we were out doing a walk along early in the morning before we did our hike along Waikiki beach wall over there. There were 5, and they were within probably a 20-foot radius of one another, which you rarely see that. But yeah, that's the most I'd seen in the wild swimming at one time. It's interesting to watch them. I mean, it's interesting for me anyway to watch them feed, because they're able to time and manage the surf and the current underneath the water there. Like, it's just, I mean, obviously if you live under the water, it's not that big of a deal, but to me, it is amazing how they're able to just navigate that. And they could stay in one spot and maybe move 2 or 3 inches when the current is so strong behind them. So anyway, okay. All right, guys, that's, if you got bored of that, sorry. I don't know if we've lost a lot of viewers because we were just staring at water a lot of the time. Here's one of the bigger ones that was here the other day too. There's the, can you see down there at the very bottom there? You'll be able to see the difference in this one's size compared to the others as soon as she comes up. This is the mother we were talking about the other day that we saw. Hopefully you can see. And this one is surprisingly, as old as she is, she's surprisingly in great shape and intact. Nothing wrong with her flippers or her tail, and her shell doesn't look like it's compromised at all, but you'll be able to see. But she is so heavy. And the male we saw the other day is actually probably, here, can you see that? That male we saw was probably half again as big as this one. Oh, I hope that's not a fishing line on it. Is that a fishing line on her tail or no?
I've seen that before, and I thought it was a bit of fishing line.
Yeah. It could just be, yeah, there's a couple adolescents right up there, but I think this one is the female comparison to the, I don't know.
Sure.
Just because it's a bigger one, we'll come down here and take a look at her. We'll see. Hopefully she'll come up. There's 2 right there. There's a mother and the baby, and the other, not baby, but the adolescent. The other adolescent's over there on the right-hand side. And you wouldn't think it'd be that big of a difference, but the mother seems like stays down way so much longer than the younger ones do. We're just looking at smaller ones over there on the right, to the right of us. There's another small one right here in front of us. Where'd that big one go? They're able to suck in a whole bunch of air for as short a time as they're up on the surface there. That big one's out over there. It's not gonna surface here close to us. Oh, here comes that other big one. Is this the one from yesterday? This may be the one from yesterday. Have you noticed this mother, this big one here? it's not surfaced until just then. It hasn't surfaced since we were taking those last shots, which was maybe, what, 3 minutes or more? So I think that was worth it, huh? To see her. And that wasn't fishing line on her tail. That was just a little piece of seaweed because it's actually fallen off since we saw it last. But that's one of the things we look at when we look at these turtles. We look at their shells, and I mean, obviously, there's nothing we can do about it, but it's interesting to see if their shells get compromised, their fins are bit off or chewed on, and surprisingly, these are really well intact, it seems like. When you think about all the predators that are out to eat them, and as susceptible as they are to attacks, that they're not more beat up than what they are, but they're actually in good shape. Let's see if she'll come up again. If she does, then we'll take off. I promise. These other two turtles to the left of us that you can't really see, they've come up twice in the time that this big one has been down on that one breath. She's just cruising along, chilling like a villain. She's getting down here to the end of the pier. And for some reason, a lot of times they'll turn around and they'll come right back around, and they'll just go back down the same way they came, just eating on that algae on the other side. And she's probably going to go around this side on the right-hand side. And I'm not sure if those other turtles will follow or not. We'll see. I don't know if you can see the glare. There you go. Yeah, that's a good size. She's that one we saw the other day that was the male. Hopefully you saw that. The one that we saw that was the male was probably 10 inches or a foot longer than that one, which is a massive turtle. Okay, now I can see the screen. So I apologize, guys, if that got boring for some of you. I think some of you liked it. A lot of it was staring at water. But I just think it's kind of cool to see the sea turtles in their natural environment like that. And the backdrop or in the forefront of Diamond Head there, that's pretty cool. Here's some of now that you've seen that massive turtle, looking at these others that we were looking at earlier, they just seem kind of tiny, don't they? There it is right there. You think as much time as they spend eating in these areas every day, twice a day, that they would eat all the algae, but they don't. It must be replenished, which is good to see, good to know. It's good to know that they don't have to go off in a bunch of different areas searching for food and what have you. Okay. All right, guys. Now I can look at the comments. I can barely see before. So did you guys like that? I mean, we were there for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I don't know. Hopefully, I know a couple of you guys liked it because I see the comments about, wow, I like it. Yeah. One of these days, we're going to get that moray eel on live stream. The one over there by Surfer's Wall. That is an amazing thing to see. It's kind of an orange, yellowish orange kind of color, and it's really cool to see. And that sucker, I don't know how big it is or how long it is, but it eats a lot of fish. I've seen probably half a dozen people who have been fishing pull up their catch, and it's been eaten in half, torn in half, just in the time they caught it to try and get it into the up there on the pier. All right, so now I could see your comments better. I couldn't see them a moment ago. And we're just walking towards Hilton Hawaiian Village. If you guys want to go that way, actually, that's what we'll do. We'll go to Hilton Hawaiian Village, and then we'll wrap it up there. This area of the beach will be just loaded with people in about 2-3 hours for the fireworks tonight at Hilton Hawaiian Village at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. South America.
There's the backside of Halikoa, and you can see the Hilton Hawaiian Village there in the distance a little bit. The front side of Ali'i Tower and the side view of Rainbow Tower. Oh, no problem on the on live streams. We enjoy doing them. We're going to be doing some other locations. We are actually going to go. The last several times we had North Shore scheduled. We want to do the green coffee farm and the Hawaii honey farm, and do a live stream from there. And then we'll do a live stream from North Shore and Haleiwa, Sunset Beach, Pipeline, Bonsai, Waimea, all those. Well, we're going to have to do those in separate live streams. They'll be on the same day, but we're going to live stream, get in the car, drive, live stream, get in the car, live stream. And then while we're in the car, we're not going to live stream. So it'll be a lot of starting and stopping. Hello in Australia. Yeah, you're welcome for the turtle live streams. We enjoy them. I mean, I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in the wild, but it never gets boring, never gets dull for us. Sometimes I think that wasn't the last time, it was the time before last when we were on the Waikiki beach wall that we got some comments that we were spending too much time staring at the water, but you just don't know when they're going to come up, you know. But it was about as frequently as we saw just this last time, and I don't think that was too bad, to be quite honest with you.
YouTube? Twitch?
No. But you can't see anyway. You could see you're able to see the see the turtles and stuff, just like you guys saw. But in any case, we think it's entertaining. It's entertaining for us. Hopefully it's entertaining for you guys. I'm always amazed when people do that. I don't know if you saw that or not, but that guy he's a live streamer, and he sees that I'm live streaming, and he comes up and he starts talking to me like, hey, are you live streaming? Are you on Twitch, on YouTube? I'm like, dude, if you think I'm live streaming, it's not the time to do an interview or talk to me. I just don't I don't get that. I mean, we're not trying to do it all professional like he is and all that, but for God's sakes, why come up and start talking to you about it if you know the guy's live? I don't know. It's just kind of a funny thing for me. All right, I'm going to pull over here for a second. I got to tie my shoe. This is one of the many parks that we've talked about in the past. They're just beautiful parks. I'm going to go over here in the shade so I can see your comments a little bit easier, maybe answer a few of your questions that you've posed. But so these parks, you just walk around and randomly there's a beautiful park just right in front of you, and there's almost nobody in it, just like this one. Just a beautiful park, well taken care of, clean. So anyway, so excuse me a second. I'm going to try and tie my shoe with one hand. Yeah. That didn't work out really well, did it? No, we're a ways away from that a little bit, from the lagoon. Why do you say I'm not a people person, Gerard? Nancy, we don't. I mean, we do, but it's like 10 minutes before we live stream. But we're going to start, doing a more scheduled, like when we start doing more destinations, like for example, we'll do Chinatown at 1 o'clock on Saturday or 10 a.m. on Sunday or something like that. That's when we're going to have other admins doing streams. But I just do them because I like doing them. I've got the equipment. We go out hiking, almost every day. I wanted to take you out on hikes, but I think that'd be kind of boring. We've done it 1 or 2 times, and it just seemed to be boring for you guys because a lot of the time we're showing the same terrain, sometimes for a mile. Like for example, the hike to Kahala Resort. I love doing that. It's a 7 or 8 mile hike. I love doing it because the houses are beautiful. There's intermittent entrances like to the beaches that we love to go down and kind of show you guys. But there's probably a mile in between those that you just look at beautiful houses, but it's all the same over and over and over again. And I just think that would be repetitive for you guys. I mean, you can tune off if you don't like it, but I just don't think it's worth showing you guys. If that's something you want to see, I'm all for doing it. We do it anyway. We might as well take the gear, but I just thought it'd be kind of boring for you guys. I'm not a slippers guy, Peggy. Is it Linda? You're asking what's the first thing an Aussie should do in Hawaii? It depends on which island you're going to. And it depends on how long you're going to be staying. I mean, the difference between going to Maui or Oahu or Kauai or Big Island for a 5-day stay or a 10-day stay, it's a massive different itinerary that I would recommend. Um, and I would also say that if you're coming to Hawaii for the first time, this is just my personal perspective, having actually traveled from the mainland to Hawaii. I mean, easily 100 times, and then I've lived here off and on for 26 years. Um, my recommendation, again, this is just for me, if you're going to come to Hawaii, come to Oahu and come for 4 to 5 days. The reason I say that is Oahu is going to give you a flavor of just about somewhat of a semblance of every island. You know, it's a little bit like Kauai, a little bit like Big Island, a little bit like Maui. And I know all the diehard Maui and Big Island Kauai people are saying I'm crazy, but if it's your first time coming to Hawaii, come to Oahu. That way you can get the city type taste for in Waikiki, but you can go to the North Shore and get the charming town type look, you know, kind of experience. You know, go to North Shore, go to all the food trucks, all the local galleries and shops. And really, as I've said on the streams a lot of times before, your first visit to Hawaii is just practice for your second trip to Hawaii. That's really what it's about. Because what ends up happening is, because just like any destination, whether you're going to go to New York City or the Bahamas or Europe, you're going to do all the research. You're going to do a significant amount of watching videos online and YouTube, just like you should, you know. It's starting to rain again real quick. Let me, and you're going to do all the research, and you're going to be overwhelmed with information, you know, information overload. And you'll probably, you know, schedule too many tours, schedule too many activities. And when you get here, you're so overwhelmed by seeing all the things live in person that you've been researching. So you just kind of lose yourself, so to speak. And, but what the really valuable thing of that very first visit is that you will become an expert within 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 days of what you want to do on your next visit. You'll see activities and attractions that you didn't even know were available here when you're doing your research, but they're things that you want to do on your second trip, you know. And that's why I always say, for your first trip, schedule 4 or 5 days, and maybe schedule half your time, you know, with the tours. The other time, you're going to be able to, you know, fill with tours and activities that you want to do spur of the moment. And as much as people say the activities and tours are sold out, unless you're talking about a really very popular activity like Pearl Harbor or Diamond Head or maybe Hanauma Bay, you're going to be able to get a tour to just about anywhere else. I mean, shark diving, catamaran, you know, Star of Honolulu, you know, luau's, you know. And if you can't go to Paradise Cove, go to Polynesian Cultural Center. If you can't go there, go to the Royal Hawaiian. You can't go to Royal Hawaiian, you know, go to Star of Honolulu's dinner cruise, you know. You'll have a great time no matter where you go. Yeah, one of the other things that a lot of people don't do until their second or third time is going to Bishop Museum or the Palace, and those are two places. They're close together, and I would definitely recommend going on your first trip, because you get such an appreciation for the culture of Hawaii when you do that. You know, a lot of people are aware that there was, you know, a kingdom of some sort in Hawaii, but that's about all they know. They don't really know on mainland, and, you know, we don't learn that much history about Hawaii. But if you do your research before you come and you get a little bit more informed, you'll just be captivated by the beauty of the kingdom and what they did. And, you know, you'll be able to read a lot about it and then see a lot of the locations for yourselves, like Kapiolani Park, Kuhio Avenue. You'll find out that, you know, Kuhio was named for their prince, and, you know, Kapiolani, and it's just, you know, it's just really interesting. Yeah, we're right behind Halikoa. That's the you know, the military specific hotel right there. It's their back pool area. But you can walk through here. You can walk right through that walkway right through there. Go to the park over there on the other side. The town, the small towns and countries and the hikes, you know, that's the other thing too. You know, A lot of times people get caught up in going to Pearl Harbor, which they should, go to Pearl Harbor, go to Diamond Head, but there are so many wonderful hikes. Um, Sorry for the shaking. I'm actually still trying to tie my shoe. Um, there's so many beautiful hikes to see around that are close to Honolulu, all around Oahu. They can be as strenuous as you want, and some that are really easy. You know, definitely get a car. I know it can be expensive to park and to actually have the rent the car itself, but you definitely need to have a car, because the day that you don't need it, just park it, let it sit. It's going to cost you $100, $200. Let it sit. It's not that big of a deal, but you'll have access to it. And you could drive to Kahala. You can go to North Shore, go to all the all the tours and locations that you want to go to. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the bus is not the bus here. To me, I would never. I'm not a prude about it, but I would never ever ride a bus. I've never had to ride a bus ever in my life on any. I did the subway, but that's not the bus. New York City. But I'm just not a fan of it, just because it's dirty and nasty and late. But I'm telling you, the trolley and the bus in Hawaii is a different level. If you don't have the money for a rental car, the bus and trolley combination is the best way to go. And you can literally take the bus, and we've done it twice now. We just haven't live streamed it, but we're going to. You can actually do a North Shore or a Circle the Drive tour. I'm sorry, Circle the Island tour in the bus. And to me, it's just a little bit less comfortable than doing it in a car. And here's the reason why. You can get on a bus in Waikiki, and in an hour and 10 minutes or so, you're in North Shore. The upside of that is that you're not having to drive. You don't have to have the expense of the car, the insurance, the valet. And while you're driving around in the bus, the narration tells you, they don't give you tour tips like they do on the trolley, but the bus tells you, the towns you're coming up on, the streets you're coming up on, and you get to see parts of Oahu that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to see. That's the beauty of it. The other beauty of it, and it's not to be minimized, is that when you do go to the North Shore, it is a bear to find parking. When you go almost anywhere, it's drive and wait. Going to Waimea, you may sit there for 10 minutes or 2 hours waiting for a parking spot. Whereas if you get on the bus, they drop you right at the front step of each of those destinations, and then you get back on the bus 15 minutes later if you want, because they come by between 15 and 30 minutes later, in all cases, or in most cases. So it's really more of a convenience factor. How much value do you put in convenience for driving the bus or getting in a rental car? Not only that, if you don't have a rental car, it won't get broke into, which is a very popular activity among the locals here, is breaking into your rental car. Yeah, the bus and trolley combination, Linda, that's, if you're staying within Honolulu, Waikiki, lower east side of the island, that the trolley up over to Sea Life Animal Park and the bus are the way to go. It may be a little bit too laborious for some people to take the bus all the way around the island, but I'm telling you, I was shocked when I did it. I liked it much, much better. I liked it much, much better than I thought I was going to, for sure. And the trolleys go, there's two things there, just so you know. There's the trolley and, the trolley, what's the other? It's the trolley and it's the bus, obviously, but it's the trolley and, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a trolley and it's the other one. They cover pretty much everywhere you want, from Sea Life Animal Park to far past downtown Honolulu and back to Pearl Harbor. Yeah, you can. I mean, here's a tip for getting the bus. And guys, I'm just kind of stalling here because I know there's a big old group of people right over there on the other side of the Hilton Hawaiian Village there. And I want to kind of avoid that for right now. But we'll go there in just a minute. So I'm just kind of stalling here. You can get, don't hold me to these prices, but they're close. They're not 100% accurate. but you can get a 1-day pass on the trolley for about $55 per person, but you get a second day free if you do consecutive days. Okay. And then you can get a 5-day pass, like $75. And again, that's the trolley. The trolley is different than the bus. The trolley will give you narration, and it's really more like a tour guide, because the guy is really informative. The driver is very, very informative. He's funny, entertaining, and he tells you all about where you're going. And it's literally like a hop on, hop off bus. If you've gone to any of the major cities like Chicago, New York City, it's just exactly what those trolleys are like. So you can get on, get off. And the other transportation, which is like the trolley, which I still can't think what it is. Someone in the chat help me out. What is it? It's not the trolley, it's the double-decker bus. Anyway, yes, you can purchase those tickets online, but actually it's better to purchase them when you get here, because sometimes you get a discount or there's a Groupon. Or if you go to any of the newsstands, you could go to the things to do in Oahu, and there's a magazine in there, and sometimes you can tear out a coupon and get $5 off. So don't buy it online unless you have a Groupon online and you get a discount. No, not the monorail. It's the bus. It's just like the trolley. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hear it when I get off here. It's like a hop on, hop off bus, but the one I was just telling you about is like the trolley. Those rates for the trolley. This other vehicle, the double decker, I'll call it, it has a similar rate plan, but for the 5 to 7 day, it's like $10 or $15 less. For the bus, just go to any 7-Eleven and you can get a $20 pass. And I think it's someone else in the chat can help me out, but I think it's I think it's $30 for the month. I think it's a month pass for $30 on the bus. Don't hold me to that, but you can buy it for 5 or 7 days, and it's less expensive. But the bus system here in Honolulu on Oahu is fantastic, and they drive all over. They cover the entire island, and they make stops between 15 to 30 minutes on every stop. So it's fantastic, you know. And if I were coming for more than 7 days, I would just get on the bus and drive on it. Just go somewhere, go around, go to North Shore, have lunch, come back. You'll learn so much about Oahu that you didn't know before. Yeah, Andrew, the Circle the Island tours, I mean, I'm glad you had a great time, and I'm sure they do a great job. I really do. I personally wouldn't do it because I would want to stop where I want to stop and stay as long as I want to. But if you're a little bit nervous about it, if you don't want to get familiar with the island that much, and you don't want to do what I was talking about before, have your car broke into, or pay for a rental car, or take the gamble of having to find a place to park, then yeah, the tour buses are the way to go. The tour, the Circle the Island tour that I would recommend is the one that's ran by the Star of Honolulu group. So if you just go to the Star of Honolulu website, look at their island tour. They have a luxury liner. That is the way to go. I'm telling you, it's the best bus, most comfortable. They have bathrooms on the bus. The tour guides are fantastic. That's just the way to do it. That's just the way to do it. Yeah, where's Sheldon when I need him? Sheldon or Wade, those dudes would know what the name of that bus is, or that trolley. I am so embarrassed. I should be fired. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I should be fired, but that's one reason I should be fired instantly, is that I can't remember what that is. Here's a tip I've given a couple of times before, and we've actually gotten good feedback on it. This is, if you're going to rent a car when you come here, obviously you can do Enterprise and Hertz and Dollar and all that kind of stuff. My number one recommendation is to take the 1-800 Smart Car. And so you go to it's 808 Smart Car. So you go to that website, it's 808smartcar.com. Their rates in almost every single time has been less than what it was for Hertz or dollar. And every time we've looked at whether you're picking up at the airport or picking up in town and dropping off the airport or dropping off in town, that 808 smart car, they and you know what those smart cars are, right? The small little teeny tiny cars, but they have those very small tiny cars in addition to full-size cars, compacts, and small SUVs. So it's not just small smart cars. Their rates are really, really competitive. Their insurance is not a gotcha type price. It's $25 a day for anybody. You have to be 21 years or older to rent. And they have pickup and drop off at 2 locations in Waikiki. One is on Seaside, and I cannot remember the other. I can't remember the other location. But hands down, that's the best car rental place. There's cheaper, and there's a lot more expensive. But for convenience to pick up and drop off, you could pick up in their office, but you could drop off after hours. So anyway, and their rates are really good. You can go right onto their website and get a really good rate. So 808smartcar.com. How do you get to Waikiki? I mean, there's Uber, and one of the really popular is Charlie's Taxi. They have a flat rate. I believe it's, I almost don't even want to say what the rate is. I think it's $39 or $49. But yeah, Kat, that 808, I'm telling you, I will tell you this, you may try them out and have a horrible experience. You may pay double what I'm telling you you're going to pay. But for me, the prices I'm telling you, that's what we paid. And I think you guys, if you listen to these live streams much at all, you know that if, we're really honest one way or the other, whether we really like something or whether we really don't. That doesn't mean you're going to have the same experience, because you may not. But I'm telling you, the 808 smart car is our choice when we have to rent a car. But in getting to the airport, getting to Waikiki from the airport, we always take Uber. They're there. You pick them up if you're coming in from the mainland. You pick them up on the second level, departure level, terminal gate 8 is the gate they'll pick you up from. And they call them gates on, not the gates inside that you get to the airplane themselves, but the gates on the outside. So it's gate 8, second level, Uber. But you can do taxi, you can do your own rental car. Yeah, there's any number of places to go and to get from the airport to Waikiki. Here's Tropics on the right-hand side. Really good poke nachos. That's the only thing I could really recommend there that I've really had that was memorable. This is one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars I think they have here at Hilton Hawaiian Village. Obviously, straight over there is where they're going to have the fireworks tonight. Yeah, you can do the bus from the airport. I think it's like a 45 minute ride. If you get the pass in advance, actually you don't need the pass in advance. If you don't have a pass, I think each ride is $5. So just come up with $5 bill, drop it in, and that's a cheap way. I think it's a 40 minute ride, I think they said. So yeah, that's a way to do it. And they actually the bus actually picks up very close to where the Uber people pick up, where I was just telling you about.
Like 5
Let's go.
Yeah, there's the back. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. We made it to our destination. It's a beautiful, popular bluefish. Can you see those? So you guys have seen turtles and bluefish and huge koi. on this stream. How about that? Okay. And we always have this quiz on our streams when we come to Hilton Hawaiian Village. Let's see if any of you know the answer to this question. Does anyone know what was formerly at this exhibit at Hilton Hawaiian Village before they took them out and put turtles there? Does anybody know? You guys are welcome. Let me know if you have any other recommendations for places you want to go. I think these, oh, Faith, you win $1,000. Wade owes you $1,000 when he's on the stream next. Remind me about that. Good guess. It was penguins. Yep, right there. Yeah, I like these impromptu tours. I mean, I know we want to go other places. We'll probably go to, we're thinking about going to, oh, did you guys ever say if you want to go to Kahala tomorrow? It's going to be a long, hot hike, but I'm up for it. Either there, we go to Kahala. Let's actually do a vote real quick, and you guys can dictate what we do. We can either go to downtown that way, Chinatown, or Kahala Resort that way tomorrow and do a live stream. Kahala, just so you know, it's going to be a long hike along the road with beautiful homes, lots of cool little inlet private beaches. And then once we get to Kahala, we'll see the dolphins and their beautiful shores over there. Or we can go to Chinatown. And the walk to Chinatown is equally as boring, but it's kind of ugly because we're going through just Honolulu proper. So it's up to you guys. The first 5 votes for the destination. That's 3 for Kahala. That's 3 for Kahala. Okay, Kahala it is. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this scorching hot hike to Kahala from International Marketplace. It's about 8 miles, and we're going to cut in and out a couple of times, but it's worth it. You guys don't have to stay on. You guys can cut in and out if you like, but we'll do it tomorrow, and we'll schedule it. But we'll do it tomorrow, let's say at about tentatively, let's say 8 o'clock Hawaii time. Okay? So tentatively 8 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time tomorrow, we'll do the Kahala hike. You're going to love it because I'm going to show you a couple of things, places that are kind of secret. But as we walk from here in Diamond Head, actually we'll go here from International Marketplace. We'll walk all along Kalakaua, up through Diamond Head, and then down to Kahala. When we go to the Diamond Head lookout, we're going to cut out a couple of times because the reception there is just awful. But once you get past that, it'll be a beautiful walk. We'll take you by a couple of really super nice houses, a couple of houses that are like $20 million houses. A friend of mine actually has a house on the way there. I'll call him tonight, see if we can get in. If he's not home, I'll see if he'll give me the code to his house. He's done that in the past, and it's a beautiful house. He has a Phantom Rolls Royce in the front on display, but maybe we can go in his house tomorrow. We'll walk through it. It's a beautiful house right on the beach there on the way to Kahala. Okay. All right, guys, we will talk to you tomorrow, and thanks again for joining. Mahalo.